Now we're moving on to the American Opportunity Tax Credit, education credit here. This is going to be a valuable tax credit designed to support and encourage higher education by providing financial assistance to eligible taxpayers with college-related expenses. Doesn't that sound wonderful in theory? Well, guess what? The maximum amount you can claim per year is $2,500, and if you are familiar with the price of college these days, oof, each year that goes by, will that number go up? You betcha. Expense coverage, the credit is going to cover 100% of the first $2,000 of qualified education expenses and 25% of the next $2,000. Well, there's where you get your $2,500 from. The per child basis, the credit can be taken for each eligible child enrolled in higher education. This phase out, yes, we will have a phase out, which you will have to know. That is going to be in our resources to memorize. And refundability, as mentioned previously, we have up to 40% of the credit amount can be refundable, meaning if the credit reduces the taxpayer's liability to zero, a portion, not the full amount, just a portion of the remaining credit can be refunded to the taxpayer. Now, for an example here, suppose you have one child enrolled in college and your AGI is $75,000. Your child incurs $3,500 in qualified education expenses for the year. For the current year, assume that the AOTC begins to phase out for taxpayers with an AGI of $80,000 and is completely phased out when AGI reaches $90,000. So here we've got a phase out where we've got a lower limit and a higher limit. First, we are going to calculate 100% of the first $2,000, which, shocker, that's $2,000. Then 25% of the next $2,000. Well, in this case, we've got $1,500 because the total expenses are $3,500. So if we say $1,500 times 25%, that is going to be $375. Lastly, we're going to add the amounts here. So our total amount we're going to be eligible for is $2,375. This is going to be because the AGI is below $80,000. There's no phase out and the entire credit can be applied. This is how it works. Refundability, suppose your tax liability is $1,500. After applying the credit here, your liability would be reduced to zero. The remaining credit is going to be $875. As 40% of it is refundable, you'd receive a refund of the remaining amount times 40%. There you go. That's how it'll work. You got it. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.